Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So as you can see right now, as I'm driving straight, my wheel is turned to the left a little bit. So I have an alignment issue. So what we're gonna do on this video is line up the steering wheel, and we're gonna line up the wheels. And as you recall, my last video, I switched out the right steering knuckle. So anytime you guys work on a steering component in your car, you're gonna want to readdress the alignment. So in this video, I'm gonna show you the easy way to do an alignment without going to a shop. And we're also going to show you how to do that with basic tools and a tape measure. All right, we'll see you. Okay, a word about some preparation. So before we start this alignment, what you need to do is get on a level surface, which I am. It's a concrete surface. It's kind of perfect. It might have a little bit of a left lean to it, but it's not that big of a deal. So first things first, I want you to park the car with the car running, put it in drive. All right, I'm gonna put it in drive. All right, now what I want you to do is I don't want you to operate the brake pedals. I want you to operate this to stop the car, because we're going to roll it forward just a little bit. And the reason why I want you to operate this is so that the front wheels don't do anything weird like toe in or toe out. Okay, I want you to, whenever you stop the car with the back wheels, there's no force being put on the front wheels. Plus, as you recall, remember how our steering wheel is cocked to the left a little bit. Well, I want you to, instead of trying to correct that, just leave it like this, because that's the way the car wants to track straight. So, I'm gonna lift up on this, I'm gonna let off the brake, I'm gonna let it go forward, and then I'm gonna pull back on the brake and put it in pause, or in park. So right now, what's happening is the wheels are straight, but this is how the car likes to track. So my alignment is off. I can feel it because it's really twitchy when it turns left and turns right. It's almost like it wants to go too far to the right, or too much to the right or the left at times. So my suspicion is both wheels are kind of turned out a little bit. And if the wheels cock like this, if I move the right wheel, let's say there is a toe-in situation, which is what that is. If I have to move the right wheel in to correct that, what's going to happen is it's going to turn the steering wheel. I'm going to illustrate that a little bit better. But right now, I'm going to get out and I'm going to measure the front and the back tire measurements as far as how far they are apart from each other. Okay, so before we start, we have a few basic tools today. We have a couple of tie-down straps, we have a tape measure, and we have two pieces of angled aluminum stock that you can get at either any kind of home improvement store. All right, the reason why I chose aluminum is it's really rigid and it is lightweight. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to place a piece of angled aluminum against the wheel and see how, the reason why I have this piece of wood is I want it exactly the same on both sides. I don't want one side higher and one side lower. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this angled aluminum, we're gonna bring it's gonna do that. All right, we're gonna bring the toe strap like this, not toe strap, tie-down strap. You're gonna bring it like that, and I've made a little mark. I'll show you right here. I've made a little mark right where the center cap should be, more or less. I put it right here. I kind of scribed it in there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna line up that center cap. I'm gonna anchor it with my foot. I'm gonna get this toe strap around the wheel, and I'm gonna anchor it in like this, okay? Notice it's a little bit off. I'm gonna make sure that it does the same thing. You know what, I'm gonna go upside down with it. Okay, that's a lot better. See how it doesn't move? All right, I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so I've got both sides anchored right now. I want to show you what I'm doing. I have both sides anchored, like so. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure this side and the other side, and this side and the other side. And if there's any deviation, then that means I have an alignment issue. So here we go. Okay, so as I go down, I'm measuring 66. Actually, if I pull it just a little bit, the second mark before 67. That's where I have it. Exactly the second mark before 67. Now, I'll check the front one. Okay, on this one, I have the 67 and a half. So basically I was correct. So basically what I need to do now is my wheels are like this. Okay, they're toed out. I'm sorry, toed in. Toe in is the back, I believe. Anyway, they're like this. So if I move the passenger side one, if I move it in to compensate, what's going to happen is my wheels, when I drive, will straighten out, and my wheel is cocked like this, so it's going to move up like this. I'm going to correct my alignment issue, and I'm also going to correct my steering wheel angle at the same time. So, how do we do this? Well, I'm going to have to disconnect this. This takes time. I'm going to have to disconnect this bar. I'm going to have to turn my wheel to where I can access on the other side. I'm gonna have to access the outer tie rods. And I'm gonna show you how to do that in just a minute. So one of the preparation things is have your window down to where you can access the inside of the car like this, to where you don't keep having to get in, start the car, turn the car off, start the car, turn the car off. What I can do right now is leave it running and turn the wheel as I need to. And we're gonna have to get in, we're gonna have to get out, we're gonna have to do the same procedure with the handbrake to check the alignment. All right, so here it goes. I'm gonna go to the other side. I'm gonna take these off of both wheels. I'm gonna go to the other side, and I'm gonna access after I turn the wheel. I'm gonna show you. Okay, I've taken it loose off of there, so what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna turn the wheel. I'm gonna turn it, and as I turn it, it's gonna expose the inner part of that wheel. Here we go. Okay, I got my light. You can see where I'm gonna be messing with the adjustments here. All right, here's the front of the car is over here. So I gotta adjust, where is it? Right in here. I gotta adjust the one with the brightest light on it. Right there. Okay, so it ended up being a 19 millimeter and probably about a 23 or 24 millimeter to adjust that. What I've done is I've turned the rod inside. I've turned it 4 flats out, which is a little over half a turn. You want to do it in increments. Even though it takes longer, you'll do it in increments so you don't overdo it. All right, so let's check it again. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna recheck the measurements. I'm gonna set this up again. Okay, we're gonna take our measurement again. See how well we did. Okay, right now I'm sitting at 2 under 67 again, which is strange. The other side, I'm sitting at 4 over 67. So it's still towed out a little bit. Most cars, it's okay to be 1 degree out, but it says 0 to 1 degree out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it 2 more flats, and that should line it up perfect. Okay, so I just measured the both sides, and they're still pretty off. Okay, so I'm gonna see if the steering wheel alignment has changed. So I'm gonna take you guys for a ride with me. So I'm gonna pack all this stuff up, put it in the trunk, and sometimes it requires this type of back and forth. So choose a good day to do it. Okay, so as you can see, we're tracking really straight right now, which is good. But I still have to correct the toe in action. Actually, it's still cocked a little bit to the left. We'll see. Sometimes it takes more. It must have been towed out or towed in quite a bit. All right, I have everything set up. We're gonna try it again. We'll verify before we start messing with anything. We're sitting right 1 under 67. 1 under. This side we're sitting 4 over 67. So I'm thinking 2 flats out to get it lined up again. Try that. Okay, so I've made my adjustment. Line up the wheels. I'll reverse a little bit. Is this? Me reversing actually takes the strain off of whatever was on the pavement down there. It makes the wheels lined up again. So I'm gonna connect everything. I'm gonna take my next measurements. All right, we'll take another measurement, and we're gonna go for a ride because I want to make sure it's still tracking straight. All right, this one's 1 over 67 now, which is promising. And it's 1.5 over 67. So it's dead on perfect. I am not gonna mess with it even if it's not tracking straight, but let's go take a test drive. Okay, let's see how it's tracking. So I'm going straight. It's slightly to the left, but it's really not that big of a deal. It's tracking straight right now. It's behaving really well. Right there. Okay, folks, so for the next couple of days, I'm just gonna kind of watch it. I'm gonna see how it does. I'm gonna recheck it after a few days and see if there's any uneven tire wear. But usually that tape measure does not lie. So if it's right dead center, it's good to go. So mine is showing 67 and 1 mark in the back, and 67 and 1.5 marks in the front, which is slightly towed in, and that's exactly where it needs to be. All right, again, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on I Just Fix It Myself.